It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News Podcast on this Friday, May the 10th, 2024, Mother's Day weekend. So first, before we get into the show, to all you mothers out there, happy Mother's Day on Sunday. I will be around this weekend. I'm not going anywhere. So if anything happens, I'll jump back in. But if nothing major happens, I'll see everybody back here on Monday after the weekend. So we got a whole raft of stories today, and none of them particularly major, but still a bunch of stories. The headlines today: Port Canaveral's new cruise terminal. Also, Princess expands in Europe. Cruise line adds more overnights. Also today, another cancellation for Skagway. A new culinary program for Silver Sea. Seabourn Odyssey enters its final season, and Viva offers new Seine river cruises, and lots more here at 11 o'clock this morning. Over Emily's strenuous objections, today is National Shrimp Day. Yeah, that's right up my alley. I can eat shrimp any way you set it in front of me. I particularly like it as shrimp cocktails, as those of you know that have followed my exploits on cruise ships. I usually get two. But yeah, I like shrimp cocktails a lot. But it doesn't matter, shrimp scampi, fried shrimp, boiled shrimp, skewered shrimp. It doesn't matter. I like shrimp. So if you're listening via the podcast, you can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Just search for Travel and Cruise Industry News, and up pops the Fat Travel Guy. Anytime you're listening to the podcast and want to jump over to the video feed for interviews or pictures or clips, you can always go to the description of the podcast, and that will allow you to do that. So I see we got several people in the audience. Gretchen, in case you haven't done it, look at how did I do that? Text message or email? Text message, I think. I sent you a message just literally as I was going on the air. So I was going to do some pictures this morning from Rochelle, and quite frankly, I didn't get any of that loaded. It's been a nuts morning for me this morning. So I will put that off until the next show. So, all right, the top story today, folks, we'll get right into that. Comes from Port Canaveral. Port Canaveral's new cruise terminal. Port Canaveral has announced a plan for a brand new cruise terminal to open in just 2 years. The fast expansion is possible by strategic use of existing berth space with planned modifications to accommodate a variety of the largest ships from multiple cruise lines. The new terminal will be at the existing North 8 berth, which is a space on the port's north side, sharing the basin with Cruise Terminal 5, but improving on the facility to maximize its usage flexibility for different cruise brands. Cruise Terminal 5 is most frequently used by Royal Caribbean. The new Cruise Terminal 6 would be available for other lines. The new terminal will be able to be built quickly because much of the infrastructure is already in place. The location ensures minimal disruption to current operations, which will allow faster construction while accommodating existing cruise schedules. North 8 berth was built in 2018 with flexibility in mind and already features 1,020 linear feet of docking. The new construction will extend that to 1,344 feet to accommodate the larger vessels. A new parking garage able to serve 3,000 vehicles, roadway improvements, and a flyover ramp to connect the facility to State Route 401 are all part of the development plan. An additional area for future parking expansion is east of the new site. The planned completion date is the summer of 2026. They might be biting off more than they can chew trying to get it done that quickly, but I mean, they say with the infrastructure that's there, they can do it without disrupting everything that's going on in Port Canaveral. It's going to be interesting to see how that works out, folks. All right, I'll be back with a bunch more news stories after a quick break from one of our network sponsors. Princess Cruises announced that its 2026 European cruise and cruise tour season will be the biggest ever, with 5 Princess cruise ships sailing the region, including the sensational new Sun Princess. Set to sail on a record-breaking 222 cruises, guests will have unparalleled opportunities to explore the beauty and diversity of Europe. Running March through November of 2026, the European season features 59 unique itineraries, visiting 101 destinations across 29 countries, ranging from 5 to 42 nights. Highlights of the upcoming season include an opportunity to experience the 2026 total solar eclipse, sail on the Sun Princess, the return of round-trip cruises from Copenhagen, and new itineraries from Rome. The robust season goes on sale May 23rd. Call me. With the floating dock still not ready in Skagway, Alaska, the Crown Princess canceled its call in Skagway yesterday and replaced it with a call to Haines, Alaska. Sit back and enjoy the Alaska wilderness from a rail car. Princess and Holland America offer the Princess Rails with featured trips to Talkeetna and Denali, with 3 and 4 day packages available now at 50% off. And you don't have to be a cruise passenger. Rail travel in Alaska is special, where multiple itineraries and multiple destinations await you. Just give me a call, 434-258-9264. Ultra-luxury line Regent Seven Seas Cruises announced a major expansion of its immersive overnight offerings, adding 24 shore excursions, 12 land explorations, and a new voyage in the Mediterranean to its roster of experiences. The all-inclusive line, operated by Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, introduced the Immersive Overnights collection in January with 6 voyages. Featured destinations for the exclusive cruises are the Mediterranean, Northern Europe, and Asia, and the addition of the new Sunset over Tuscany voyage, which raises the number of voyages to 7. The collection of 7 to 14 night sailings are available on board Seven Seas Splendor, Seven Seas Explorer, Seven Seas Voyager, and Seven Seas Navigator between October 2024 and October 2025. They each offer overnights in port to allow for extravagant evening events on shore and multi-day land tours with hotel accommodations. Silver Seas Silver Nova has embarked on its inaugural season in Alaska after completing a 23-night repositioning cruise from Fort Lauderdale. She will now undertake 18 voyages this summer season, departing on its first journey yesterday from Vancouver, British Columbia, to Anchorage. The ship is also debuting a new culinary focus through the line's award-winning culinary enrichment program, the Sea and Land Taste Program, or SALT, is designed to offer an in-depth look at regional flavors, specifically tailored to provide guests with onboard and shore experiences to connect them with Alaska's culinary heritage. Seabourn Odyssey is concluding her 15-year career at sea with one final summer in Alaska. While other ships from Seabourn Cruise Line will return to the northern region in future years, Seabourn Odyssey will be retired at the end of September 2024. The new European river cruise brand Viva Cruises is set to launch a series of new Seine river voyages in November and December of this year, featuring excursions to iconic landmarks such as the Palace of Versailles from Poissy and Chateau de Chantilly from Champagne. The upcoming offerings will include 7 distinct itineraries comprising 6-day Advent cruises, a 7-day Christmas cruise, and a luxurious 7-day New Year's cruise, each boasting enriching excursions including panoramic city tours of Paris. A couple ended up in police custody and missed a cruise ship after their marriage proposal was interrupted by French police due to an unauthorized drone flight. On Wednesday, a Slovenian couple was enjoying a scenic day at the port of Marseille when the man-planned proposal was running smoothly until the police intervened. He was all set to propose to his girlfriend and had set up a drone to capture the special moment. Kneeling at the foot of the Notre Dame de la Garde Basilica, the man thought it would be a good idea to fly his drone while proposing to his girlfriend. However, the details of the girlfriend's response to the proposal remain unclear as the police intervened. The couple was taken into custody and brought to the Noailles police station. Unfortunately, they ended the day in police custody while their cruise ship sailed away without them. French law is particularly stringent regarding drone flights, especially over populated and restricted areas. Violation can lead to severe penalties, including up to 1 year in prison, fines of up to 45,000 euros, and confiscation of the drone. Something tells me the answer might be no. Somebody, he proposes to her while she's in jail. Yeah, that's not the way to start a life together, I wouldn't think. I don't know. Maybe it is. Join author Ivan Cox of The Cruise Ship Doctor and me, Chillie Falls, on a fabulous sailing of the Norwegian epic, sailing November 16th from Port Canaveral. This looks to be an extremely entertaining cruise with piano accompaniment by Adele Dreyer, author Cox, and we even might have the nurse from The Cruise Ship Doctor on board. This looks to be a great week. Why not join us, folks? And that wraps up the news portion of this week. Let's go over and see who's fussing at me today in the chat room. Okay. Kenneth's here. Hot Air Tom is with us. Kenneth says, like to wish all the moms out there happy Mother's Day. And thank you for what you do. No kidding. Wouldn't be here without them. Hey, Tom, did you get your visa to go to Europe yet? Is that mandatory still? That's another good question. I don't think it's mandatory. Todd is with us. Good morning, Todd. Mike's here. Hi, Mike. Mike's here every day. Kenneth, not in effect yet. Maybe for next year, but who knows? Okay. There's Elizabeth on location. Buenos dias, Chillie and the gang, from another lovely day over there, down there across the little band of water from Cozumel. People are already complaining about the heat. Why did they move here? I'm loving the heat. Yeah, 95 degrees at 8 a.m. What's wrong with that? Yeah, well, you'll be sitting out there in the sun all day, baking in it. Some of us can't do that. I love the heat though, but I can't take it anymore with the chemo meds. It just bakes my skin. It was low 90s in Virginia this week. Yeah, but it's certainly gotten away from that today. A little cooler. Going to be cooler for several days now. Gretchen says, morning, y'all. Bob's with us. Good morning, Bob. Just checking ETI's website. Looks like mid 2025 might be the next target date. Kenneth says, thank you, Tom. I see. Gretchen texted Freddie and Michelle. Thinks they actually start school. Wow. Yeah, that is early. But, I mean, up there where you guys, you have months with school closed because of snow. I know you don't. So Tom is off. So, Tom, as of right now, all we need is our passport, correct, in Europe. That's correct, Kenneth. Jammin Watson says, happy Friday, and happy Friday to you. Glad to have you back again. All right, guys, that is going to wrap me up for the weekend. Again, I'm not going anywhere this weekend. I had started to want to maybe get out and do one of my local trips to do some like Charlottesville, or I'm not going to get to DC on this weekend. But then I thought with Mother's Day, yeah, let's just sit at home. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got some time now. Again, I'm still fitting in doctor's appointments but before my next cruise. Right now, my next cruise is not till August when I go to Alaska. So I may still look for something, but I just haven't had time to. I have been so busy. It's just unbelievable. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for this Friday. As always, would appreciate the thumbs up. That helps the channel out a lot. If you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. We are approaching 5,900 now. It'd be nice to hit 6,000 this weekend. It doesn't cost you anything, and that helps the channel out a lot. So we'll see how that goes. And in the meantime, guys, y'all have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. And as always, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas. Talk to you soon. Have a great weekend.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.